Hi guys, how are you going? Thanks for getting together. We'll just do a quick roundup of Asia Pacific. Of course, we'll also do the EMEA roundup separate to that. And of course, each day we're at the moment also doing a Ukraine-Russia conflict roundup. So I'll actually kick off, if I may, Bhargav, and that's for East Asia Pacific. Again, there are protests in New Zealand. That's the event that we've assessed in East Asia Pacific today. On top of that, there are 25 other developments. In New Zealand, anti-government protests have continued. They're in and around the Parliament in Wellington. In Wellington, police arrested a man near the Parliament for possessing an offensive weapon. They didn't specify what the weapon was, but at least 5 people parked near the Parliament had their tyres slashed last night by unidentified perpetrators. There is also a protest going today at the Auckland Domain. Authorities handed eviction notices to protesters this morning, so we'll see how it unfolds tomorrow, whether they get the hint arrested or persist. The protests are against the government's COVID-19 management policies and vaccine mandates. I won't touch on the other 25 developments today, so we can make up some time for Ukraine later on, but just quickly in Myanmar, I think it's important to note that in Myanmar, the statistics now are 2,067 civilian deaths since the unrest following the coup. Estimated security force deaths are about 6,174, COVID-19 deaths 19,368. Just to note some of those incidents, explosions recorded yesterday in several townships in Yangon. 6 police officers were killed and 3 others injured in an explosion at a police station, and 6 Tatmadaw soldiers were killed and 9 others injured in another explosion in Kayan. 2 resistance groups raided a bar in South Okadapa Township that allegedly provided financial assistance to the State Administration Council. This is of particular interest because various businesses are being told that they must comply with laws. Of course, as unsavoury it is, the military-led government is now the government, and thus have to be their laws have to be adhered to. So it puts businesses and individuals within those businesses in an impossible predicament. It also seems that there is not much of a legal system going before these raids and future lynchings occur. Other parts of the country, there's civilian incidents of several pages, but just to touch on an example, at least 5 civilians were killed after security personnel raided an area in some villages in the Magway region. All these details obviously are available to our clients, along with advice and assessment of how it's unfolding and how it's impacting our clients. Over to you, Bhargav.
Paul, in South Asia, there were 2 major assessed events and 11 other developments. The most important one of those, which includes some of the geopolitical implications with China, India, and the US involved, is the protests in Nepal, which has turned violent. There have been regular protests in Nepal, including in capital Kathmandu, over the $500 million aid grant, which was approved in the parliament as well. The political party offices were vandalized, and there were several injured protesters, especially in Karnali province in the west of the country. So other than Nepal, the one other incident which was assessed was the poll-related or election-related violence which took place in northeastern state of Manipur, where there were political parties who clashed with each other. There are local elections going on, state-level elections, along with 5 other states. Manipur is the only state which has seen some of the violent activities. That's it from South Asia, Paul. So we'll wrap this up here. We'll pass on the baton